What if it's his unavailability that makes him so special? Have you ever been in a situation where maybe you are talking to two guys at the same time, and the one who is giving you a bit less attention, who is a bit less consistent, you think, oh, there is some sort of mystery there, many other factors there, and I'll mention them through the video. But for some reason, this person who is giving you just a little bit, just the right amount of attention, you just seem to be more interested in that a bit more. So let's dissect this. I have this AOE formula. Number one thing to do is to actually accept, okay, I am clearly obsessed with this person, and every time I see his name pop on my phone, I get a little giggly when he pays attention to me, when I get to spend time with him. It just seems so very special. So just accept, okay. Now another thing, observe yourself. How are you responding? How are you feeling in your body when, whether you're around this person, when you hear something from him, and how everything just feels a bit better? I actually had this a very powerful realization that a child pointed out to me. I was volunteering at the school in Cambodia. It was around 2015, I think. I was talking to this guy, and he would just appear, disappear, wasn't very emotionally available. I remember finally hearing from him, and of course I was very excited, but I didn't know I was that excited. I remember I came downstairs for dinner, and one of my students, he said, teacher, you look so happy." And in that moment it really hit me, the effect that this man paying attention to me has on me. So just observe yourself and see yourself through the day when you are able to interact with him. What is happening? And the third step is explore. Explore your obsession. What makes him so special? Are there certain qualities that you can see that are so special about him? His life, career, his social group, what is it so special about him? The way he makes you feel. I would even sit down with a good old piece of paper and just write down, what is it so special about him? Guess what? You might find out that what is so special about him is because that he gives you just the right kind of attention. He's emotionally unavailable. Now, when you are in that situation, it's not always easy to catch yourself while you are doing this. And look, I am not perfect. I spend a lot of time trying to not get interested in these emotionally unavailable people, but even still today I can enter the room and I can spot the most emotionally unavailable man. It's a special gift that I have, and sometimes I may be drawn towards that person, but you make a decision. Okay, yes, I can observe myself and I can see how my body is getting all the tingles and I'm responding to that and I'm very attracted to that. But you can make a choice. Do I want to go after this? Or maybe I want to save my sanity and I want something else. Now, if you are into a bit of sanity, then make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Maybe I can hold your hand through the process. It's also very good for my self-esteem. You have low self-esteem. Sometimes a man who is emotionally unavailable comes in a bouquet of such qualities as controlling, abusive, manipulative, jealous, a narcissist. These things, they cut me. I hope you appreciate the effort I'm making. Like this video if you're appreciating the effort. I had this very interesting date recently. I had a meal with this person. He insisted that I have an appetizer, a main, and a dessert. Firstly, I was like, I'm not sure, no, I'm not really that hungry. And he's like, no, you need a bit more meat on you. This simple comment could have thrown someone who has body image issues into a very low place. I have many other issues.
I got 99 problems, but
having problems with my body image, the way I feel in my skin is just not one of them. I think I have a banging body. Okay, banging is a strong word, but I like myself. I really do. I look at myself naked in the mirror and I like what I see. Call it what you want. I just like it. And I also put some work to maintain this. But if someone who has issues with their body, if they hear this thing, this could be a terrible thing, because this is body shaming, right? A man that is the first time that I'm seeing him, on a first date with him, he's clearly body shaming me, and he's telling me that I am not good enough, that I need to change. For one man, you may need more meat on your body. For another man, it's like, can I lick your ribs? Please, thank you very much. I think if you struggle with low self-esteem, you very often become a target to people that are emotionally unavailable, sometimes abusive, manipulative. They may be saying certain things and you may think, well, yes, I do want to be loved by you, so let me change myself, let me mold myself into this person that you want to see. But the truth is that if you feel good within yourself and you don't struggle with low self-esteem, when someone says those things, you'll be like, wait a minute, that is not okay, that is not acceptable. Because you want to be surrounded by people that make you feel good about yourself, that make you feel better, that celebrate you, and not someone that tells you that you need some extra meat. Well, excuse me, did I say anything about your terrible belly? No, I didn't, so shut up. Now I'm just showing my mean side. You are proving your worth by getting the unavailable. Let's go a little psychoanalysis here. Maybe you grew up in a household where your caregivers, your parents, they were not very available, they were not very present. So now, as sad as it is, your romantic relationships are mirroring that environment. It almost feels that if you can get this emotionally unavailable man to love you, maybe that will mean that your mom or your dad who were not present, it almost will feel like it's their love. So you keep proving your worth by trying to get this unavailable person to love you. And I had a very interesting wake-up call. It was one of those. I remember I bumped into someone that I knew, and then we were spending some time together, and he told me that he actually has a girlfriend, and I asked him what is wrong with her, why are you here? And he said, oh no, she's great, she's absolutely amazing, I'm just really bored. These are very, very important things to pay attention to. He's with someone great, but he's bored. Now, in my little broken head, I was thinking, well, she's great, but maybe I can be brilliant, and maybe I can prove something, that I can I can get this man for myself. Or yes, that was just for a very, very split moment, and I was able to get back into my senses. I was not trying to ruin someone's relationship, but this is what was happening in my head. And it's almost as in trying to prove myself that I am good enough if I will make this person choose me. This man who is saying that he is bored, he will be showing up in a certain way in his relationship. And now for you to think that you can change this, you'll be working so hard, be like, choose me, see me, be with me. But what if there is a reason why this person is so emotional and unavailable, so doesn't feel like they're present, they're not invested in you? And what if you shouldn't actually be trying to change them? What if the universe, God, or whoever you believe have a better man, a better plan for you? Because that could be the case. Because when I look back, even this guy that he said, she's great but I'm bored, if I look at that and think how my life could have been if I was with him, I'm just thinking, wow, thank you. This thing didn't happen, because that is not the kind of life that I would like to have. Definitely not. Thank you very much. What if you could feel that you are good enough, even if this imaginary object, this object of unrequited love doesn't choose you. And there are a few very simple things that you can start doing straight away. I know for me that personally helped is when I addressed my inner talk. Once I became kinder to myself, once I started observing, okay, what are the things I'm telling to myself, I think that made a very big difference. And also being your biggest cheerleader and acknowledging yourself for very little progress that you are making. Okay, so you had that glass of water, you went to that exercise class, you scrolled a bit less on the phone, you went to bed a bit earlier. Well done, you. You know, these little tiny little things, if you just put them together and if you do that on a consistent basis, they become a very big thing. And now suddenly you don't need to acquire this person who has no interest of being present with you, of giving you the kind of love that you want. You don't need to get their love to prove yourself that you are good enough. Now, next two ones are extremely important if you find yourself in those situations where you want that unrequited love, and you find yourself in situations where you are seeking the love of emotional and available man. You are a people pleaser. You pride yourself on being an empathetic person, very understanding, with the most loving heart. Look, this is who I am. I am that person. I am very loving, very empathetic. I will try my best to understand your point of view. You are hurting, I will hurt with you. But there is a big difference between being empathetic and understanding and all those great things, and then letting people treat you like an absolute doormat and having no boundaries, having no self-respect, not knowing when to say no, and simply doing things because you want to please someone and not because that this is how you want to live your life. As a simple situation, you are communicating with someone and you can see that his communication is not where you would like it to be. A very flaky texter, leaves you on read for 48 hours, comes back with some sort of excuse of my nephew got into trouble, family drama, my cat climbed the tree, whatever, is very flaky with setting up dates and all these things. And now you may be in a situation, you know what, it's okay because I can understand he's busy, it's okay. And when we spend time together, it's so great. And maybe one day you will be like, you know what, I actually want to address this. And when you address this, instead of him saying, let me see how I can improve this, because I really like you and I care about you. Because if a man really cares about you and if he's emotionally available, firstly, he would probably not get into those situations to begin with, but sometimes you can just communicate that this is what you would like, and sometimes people change and they can actually say, okay, I've been a bit busy with things, but I really want us to spend more time together. And he'll be like, yeah, let's do this and that, and I'm going to improve, I'll call you more often, is that okay? However, if he is emotionally unavailable, he'll be like,
you are needy, I can't do this, I've got so many things going on. This is the reason why I didn't work out with my ex, because she was expecting so much.
Wraps it around as there is something wrong with you that you are asking those things. Now, yes, you could be in a situation where you are just really needy and you have nothing going on in your life and this man is the only thing you're holding on to. But from what I've gathered, talking to some of the women that I had an opportunity to speak, the ones that subscribe to my channel, is that no, you actually have things going on in your life and you want this man to be part of it, not the only thing that you are wrapping your life around. But you could also be in a situation where you are with an emotionally unavailable man. He has no interest of creating an environment, a relationship where you feel understood, loved, heard. He has no interest in creating that. So you are, with your requests and your expectations, you are kind of expecting a fish climb a tree. You want to save him. Maybe you grew up in a household where you were one of the caretakers, caregivers. I am, for example, the eldest sister of 3. There were certain responsibilities that I had. Maybe you were someone that had to physically take care of your parents or anyone else, or maybe you were someone that created like a safe space for your parents to come unleash themselves. They were telling you things and you were kind of holding this emotional space for them. So you were a child who grew up really fast because you had to just be this grown-up, that grown-ups rely on you. So if you were in that situation, very often that then later translates into adult relationships, and you are very drawn towards people where you feel, I can fix things, I can make things better for them, I can heal them. So you are attracting hurt, neglected animal, and you think that with your love and attention and care and everything else that you have to offer, this emotionally unavailable man, he will change his ways because you will provide that beautiful environment for him to flourish and to change. And you find yourself in this reality that when you meet a person who is very stable, who's got a lot of things going on, and who's not looking for you to save him, for you to rescue him, you almost feel that I'm not interested in that. But then when you dig deeper, why you're not interested in that and why you're more interested into this emotional and available man is because that you think that one of the main things that you should be bringing into the relationship is that you're supposed to be fixing things, and you look at this person as your project. You think that if you just put all the puzzle pieces together, if you try just a bit harder, he will finally open up and he will finally love you. But maybe, just maybe, you are slowly coming into realization that there is not much I can do, and maybe it's time to part ways. If that's the case, then make sure you watch this video here. Like this, if you found it useful, please share it with your girlfriend, subscribe for more, and thank you so much for watching.